Alright, hello, citizens of the Nigerverse. It's Nige here once again, and welcome back to System Shock Radio. So, as always, I got some topics for you guys today, and some topics I think you're going to be interested in, I think you're going to enjoy. And of course, if you are new, if this is your first episode of System Shock Radio, welcome. If not, welcome back. But if you are indeed new here, we talk about a variety of things. We talk about current events, we talk about some wrestling stuff, we talk about some comic books, some nerd stuff, we do some inspiration, we do all kinds of stuff. We just have fun here on the channel and on System Shock Radio. So if that is your kind of thing, please consider hitting that like button, commenting, subscribing, all that good stuff. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is a big one, is that Cody Rhodes and the WWE are being sued, more specifically for the American Nightmare trademark. So, an excerpt here from Cage Side Seats. And we have quite a few. We have quite a few. We have quite a few articles here. I'm going to read an excerpt. It says, when Cody Rhodes applied for a trademark on the term American Nightmare in 2019, it was opposed by Wesley Isold, the lead singer and co-founder of a punk band out of Boston called, you guessed it, American Nightmare. Isold registered a trademark on American Nightmare in 2016 for the band, which was formed in 1998 and last toured in 2023. Rhodes and Isold reached a settlement in 2021 while Cody was still with AEW. For $30,000, Rhodes got the rights to use American Nightmare on merchandise, provided such items prominently use Rhodes' name, likeness, or wrestling-related imagery in a size at least 75% larger than the American Nightmare text. That settlement agreement is an exhibit in a lawsuit Isold filed. Sorry, the pop up. Get off of there. Thank you. A lawsuit Isold filed on Wednesday, September 4th, against Rhodes, his current employer WWE, and WWE's merchandising partner Fanatics. The suit was first reported on by Post Wrestling and alleges trademark infringement, breach of contract, and intentional interference with contractual relations. It asked the federal court in California for damages of at least $150,000, additional treble slash punitive damages. They have the punitive in parentheses, damages of up to $300,000 related, and recovery of the plaintiff's legal fees. An Isold suit specifically mentions the crown design and Rhodes t-shirt sold by WWE and Fanatics, comparing it to the band's tour merch. So with the lawsuit here, admittedly, quite a bit going on here. For starters, Cody Rhodes has been going by American Nightmare for a while, but I actually didn't know he didn't get the official trademark until 2019, and so that is worth mentioning. But the other thing is that looking at the merch, could you have an argument that the text is maybe too small for Cody Rhodes, and that American Nightmare is a little too prominent? Maybe, but looking at the other merch, it looks nothing like the band's actual merch and everything. But it's also interesting that again, that's what I'm taking away from this reading here, and kind of this whole lawsuit, is that apparently this wasn't worked out when Cody jumped ship to WWE. Either that, or as a lot of people who may be alleging, and some tomfoolery is going on here. Or now, yes, copyright and trademark and everything is important, and maybe the band does have a legitimate case here, and maybe they'll sue and they'll win, and then go from there. But unfortunately, the one place the band seems to have lost is the court of popular opinion. Now, yes, the court of popular opinion is kind of take it or leave it. Of course, it's pretty much how they're viewed in the public's eyes. But they do say any publicity is good publicity, which I don't think I can fully co-sign on there, because there definitely is such a thing as bad publicity. Like, there are some people who've gotten some very bad publicity, and the band here is definitely hurtling towards that, especially with the lead singer getting it with people on social media regarding it. Now, do I feel the band and has the right to feel how they do? Sure. Or if they feel that infringement has taken place, then and they can sort out with it. And that's on them, of course. Or they're free to do so, just like we're free to make fun of them for it. But it seems very much the trademark was in place, this agreement was in place, it got popular, and they got a lot of revenue for it. So now the band wants a piece of the pie. At least that's how it seems to me. How it's kind of reading to me, kind of how I'm interpreting it, and how a lot of people are interpreting it. Now, I'm not by any means a legal expert, nor will I pretend to be. That is totally out of my full realm of knowledge. But yeah, that's kind of what it seems here. But we'll see how things unfold, and we'll see how things progress. My other thing is how and why did it take so long for this lawsuit to be drawn up? Like this agreement was reached in 2019. Cody Rhodes has been back in WWE since 2022. That would mean that at the latest there's like they had about 3 years, or not 3 years, 2 years I should say. About 2 years or so to get mad and to drop the legal paperwork. Now I'm not quite fully sure. Again, definitely not a legal expert, or not fully sure how long it takes to draw up legal paperwork, or if that's more in the realm of someone like Billy Mitchell. Well, I guess as he probably knows with all the people he's tried and failed to sue. But yeah, it is kind of weird. This whole situation is admittedly a bit weird, a bit perplexing, and I wouldn't go as far to say infuriating, and because obviously I'm not the one being sued, but it is a bit, it's a bit annoying. I can imagine. It's a bit weird. There's mixed emotions going on. I think I'll leave it at that. There's constant mixed emotions that I'm feeling, with that. But nevertheless, moving on. The next thing that we're going to talk about is that not only do we have we essentially have two returns here. We have the return of a show, but we also have the return of a commentator, it looks like. So this is courtesy of Wrestle Talk. A prominent wrestling figure has claimed to know the name of the commentator for the WNBC specials coming soon. And news of the NBC specials recently emerged, with it being reported that the return of Saturday Night's Main Event will be announced very soon. WWE has also filed a trademark for the Saturday Night's Main Event name, adding to the belief that the NBC shows are a return of the old school specials. And Greg Gagne, he has now revealed the possible involvement of Jesse Ventura, who recently stated he had agreed upon a new contract with WWE. Ventura made an appearance on the July 29th episode of Raw, later revealing that contracts have been written, contracts have been agreed upon. And so, so Saturday Night's Main Event coming back into the fold is kind of a special, and they kind of had done it at a couple times, if I remember her, but it coming back as a special and everything. Apparently, they want more specials. With the new deals that WWE has coming up, they want to do more TV specials and everything, and Jesse Ventura getting involved. Jesse Ventura seemingly back in the good graces of WWE, which is, considering how things ended between him and WWE, and specifically him and Vince McMahon, and with him suing and winning against the WWE, it is kind of surprising him coming back into the fold. Although I guess not that surprising, because he hadn't made some appearances before, but him kind of being back in the good graces and back in the fold here and being a part of Saturday Night's Main Event is going to be interesting. I don't think it's been officially announced yet. This article did come out on trying to look for a date on the article, but there are a lot of ads. I definitely should get an ad block. Okay. So this article was made 1 day ago. So yesterday essentially. But them coming back with Saturday Night's Main Event. I wonder how things will unfold for Saturday Night's Main Event, how that will be put together. I imagine if they announce it, it'll probably be later on this year, if not next year. But I do want to see what and how they do with that, especially considering a lot of WWE's pay-per-view / premium live events are on Saturdays anyway. But yeah, so are you excited to see Saturday Night's Main Event come back? Let me know in the comments. But next up, we go from excitement into anguish, as it's time to talk about the Minecraft movie, or I should say, a Minecraft movie. Because that's what a lot of people are writing off as. So, the Minecraft movie trailer has come out, as well as the cat has and everything, and people are not responding to it very well, to say the least. It's going over like a lead balloon, essentially. So, the trailer came out, but before we got into the trailer, I just want to go through the cast. That's really quickly. We have Jack Black as Steve. We have Jason Momoa as Garrett, the Garbage Man Garrison. We have Emma Myers as Natalie, Danielle Brooks as Dawn, and Sebastian Eugene Hansen as Henry. So, and it's set to be released on April 4th of next year. And kind of I'll kind of also read the premise from the wiki article here. It says, four misfits, Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison, Henry, Natalie, and Dawn, find themselves struggling with ordinary problems when they are suddenly pulled through a mysterious portal into the overworld, a bizarre cubic wonderland that thrives on imagination. To get back home, they'll have to master this world and protect it from evil things like piglins and zombies, too, while embarking on a magical quest with an unexpected expert crafter, Steve. Together, their adventure will challenge all five to be bold and to reconnect with the qualities that make each of them uniquely creative, the very skills they need to thrive back in the real world. Apparently, that's directly from Warner Brothers Pictures. And now, with that way, time to get into the trailer. Now, I'm not gonna show the trailer here, mainly because I technically have the technology available to do so. But I also don't want to get copyrighted or whatever. Her YouTube's copyright system is already broken enough, and I don't want to be another victim of it. But the trailer showing off the movies, showing off the characters and the actors in their character roles, and people aren't happy. They are not happy with what they're seeing on the screen. It does look very weird and very cheesy. Now, this is what I will say. Is it as bad is it like the worst thing ever that everybody's making out to be? I don't know if I'd go that far. I've definitely seen way worse when it comes to animation and stuff like that. But I wouldn't necessarily call it good. Like it looks very weird. They try to mix like the animated elements with the live action elements, especially in like the art style of Minecraft where everything's very blocky and everything. And also, full disclosure before we continue, I'm someone who's never really played Minecraft. Actually, I don't think I've ever played Minecraft. It's just never really been my thing, of course. Will I play it at some point? Possibly, but yeah, for this point in time, at the time of this recording, I have not played Minecraft ever. But I do have quite a few friends who do, and I think even my sister plays it from time to time. But that being said, though, it does look a little bit weird. I like how they have the animations in the block type style with like the piglins and the zombies and like the creepers and everything, and then trying to translate that over to live action. It does look really weird. Now, the thing about adaptations, like video game adaptations to movie form, is that they can usually be hit or miss. Like, I feel like pretty often when it's translated over to live action, even sometimes when it's translated over to animation, it can look pretty weird and not great. But I feel like animation is a bit easier, especially when it comes to games where a lot of the character mannerisms and their behaviors and everything were made with them being animated in mind. And there are some games that are kind of able to get away with it because, they find themselves in the realm of like realism or being realistic, stuff like Uncharted or like Tomb Raider or stuff like that. But Minecraft is not one of those games. Mario is not really one of those games. And Sonic kind of wasn't one of those games, but they definitely made it work. But it also helps that Sonic has interacted with humans before, such as like in the Sonic Adventure series or like Sonic X, stuff like that. But otherwise, The Legend of Zelda, that's supposed to be getting a live action movie, and admittedly, I'm kind of scared for that. But yeah, there's some stuff that you really shouldn't bring over to live action, and because it wasn't made for live action in mind. And I don't think the art style of Minecraft or like the animations of Minecraft, the things I've seen really warranted being live action. Like if you still wanted to get like Jack Black or Jason Momoa in the movies, he's as voiceover, I think you probably still could have did that. If you still want to have live action, I think you probably could have even gotten away with that. Like having start off live action and then have like the actual rest of the movie portion being in animated form. But otherwise, yeah, it looks really weird, and a lot of people are off put by it. Hey, a lot of people have compared it to Jumanji. Not like the old school one with like Robin Williams, but I'm talking like the later Jumanji movies starring like The Rock and Kevin Hart and ironically enough Jack Black. But yeah, so people aren't really happy with it. Me personally, maybe it's because I'm not really a fan of Minecraft anyway. Maybe if I was a fan of Minecraft, I'd have maybe a more upset reaction by it. Which is why for now I just say it doesn't really look good, but it's not the worst thing ever that I've seen in terms of like animation and everything. Again, don't know if I go as far as to call it like the worst thing I've ever seen when it comes to the animation front or even like the CGI front. I sat through Green Lantern, I sat through Green Lantern and I sat through The Last Airbender, and I'll leave it at that. But yeah, so things already not looking great. Hey, now, some people have speculated whether or not we'll be able to bully them into making a better Minecraft movie, kind of how people did, and I don't necessarily want to say we, because I wasn't one of those people, but when the original Sonic the Hedgehog design dropped for like the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and it looked absolutely atrocious. And then we got the better design, and later on they reworked the design and everything. Will that happen with this movie? I don't think so, especially because the movie's like very close to being released. It's gonna be essentially released in a matter of months. I think it's a little too late to totally, unless they delay the movie. I think it's a little too late to really overhaul and make it all animated and stuff. But yeah, already not off to a great start. But now the question is, are you excited or unexcited now for the Minecraft movie? Please let me know in the comments. But the next thing that I want to talk about, speaking of gaming, Dr. Disrespect, is apparently back, and in full force. Oh joy! So we had talked previously about the Dr. Disrespect situation here on the channel. But that was a little bit ago. So what has the seemingly bad doctor been up to nowadays? I think bad doctor is another word, another name / moniker for Dr. Wily from Mega Man, if I'm not mistaken, or I might be thinking Eggman. But yeah, so what has the bad doctor been up to essentially since then? And looks like he's gonna be streaming on YouTube since he's banned from Twitch and everything. And that he's gonna be coming back to streaming on September 6th, meaning he's back already. And this is, I'm kind of scrolling through the article from Game Rant here. This was published on September 5th, so a little while ago. But he also kind of addressed as sort of what happened and on stream, and kind of almost rewrote history a little bit, and now totally absolving himself of totally saying that nothing inappropriate happened, even though with that minor that he talked about, or should I say the individual, because he edited his tweet before her unediting it when people picked up on it and got mad at him. But now I'm saying that it didn't happen, I guess, or it didn't happen that way, and that everybody's against him and everything, even though he admitted to it in his statement, in his like twit longer, or so. Admittedly, things are a bit all over the place. People still trying to find out where exactly the full truth lies. But yeah, so Dr. Disrespect is, I guess, back to streaming again. In fact, I want to look him up really quickly on YouTube. Not to watch his video, but to see if he indeed has been streaming on YouTube. But it's crazy that he essentially he is just his back now. Even after everything that happened and him trying to crawl back, and he streamed as recently as 3 days ago. So yeah, Doctor Disrespect is back. It's crazy that he was essentially able to come back. I'm surprised he wasn't banned from YouTube as well, but I guess he hasn't done anything bad technically on YouTube yet, just Twitch more so. I also kind of compare it to, and it's not total apples to oranges, but I also kind of compare it to another man who attempted to make a comeback, that being EDP445. How he tried various ways to come back from his controversy, the cupcake controversy that he found himself in a few years ago. Dr. Disrespect kind of doing the same thing, and it's just crazy how he feels that he can, after everything that went down, that he admitted to. It'd be one thing if he didn't admit to it, then there'd be a little bit more ambiguity, and I think maybe more people would be on his side due to the benefit of the doubt. But now, how he admitted to it. He admitted to everything that he did, or maybe not even everything that he did. He essentially admitted to what he did, and now is kind of trying to backtrack. It's weird. It's very, very weird. So where will this comeback go? I'm not entirely sure. I'm probably not going to be following it too closely, but it is very strange, I will say. And the last thing that I want to talk about, and let me get this filth off of my browser. Thank you. I meant Dr. Disrespect filth, not like the you know. But the last thing I want to talk about is that this is around the time of year when students are returning back to school. Well, a lot of kids are already back to school. So for all the children going back to school, whether it be or all the students, I should say, because as whether it be elementary school, middle school, high school, or even college, to the students going back to school, I am of course wishing you all a very safe and productive school year or semester. In the case of college students, and do well, excel in all your classes. Definitely try your best and keep your head up, and you will make it through it. I believe in you, and continue to chase and accomplish your dreams, because you can do it. I definitely believe even you who stay in school, who will respect your teachers, and just keep doing your thing. So once again, to all the students going back, I just wish you a safe and productive school year this year, or semester in the case of college. But nevertheless, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do me a favor: like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and turn on post notifications so you know every time I upload videos, so you can see as soon as it drops. And let me know in the comments below your reaction to anything I talked about in this episode, and your thoughts. But thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys later. Peace.